In this video, I'll discuss the upper lip and what to look for in relation to the strength of your fertility. Enjoy. Hey there. So you can see I'm out in the elements today, braving it all for you guys to make a face reading tutorial. So you're welcome. Fertility. There's one specific area on the face you want to track for fertility, and that area is right here. It's called the philtrum. So a little divot in the upper lip. This is the key area. It's a Jing feature. We want to pay attention to this, and there are three primary metrics that you want to pay attention to. One is the length of the philtrum, the width of the philtrum, and the depth of the philtrum. Length, width, and depth. Now, if you have all three of these, it's said, that's great. That's 3 out of 3. It's long, wide, and deep. Good fertility, okay? At least the potential for fertility is pretty good. Now, if you have 2 out of 3, that's still good. Right, we're looking at 60+% of the metrics being good. We're down to 1. It's a little bit less so. You might see some struggles in fertility. And if you don't have all 3, doesn't mean that fertility is going to be something that you never tackle, but you might have to work a bit harder. You might need to see a functional medicine doctor, work on your fertility in a bunch of different ways for men and women. But again, don't see it as a quote unquote death sentence, like I'm never going to have a kid or I'm not going to be able to. But I also encourage you, look around at women that have struggled with their fertility. Track this area. Look at them. You don't have to bring it up and make anyone self-conscious, but you want to look at someone's face. Key example, Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks struggled terribly with her fertility and has a very deficient philtrum in terms of fertility. So the way to think about this is Jing relates to the kidneys and the water element. The face is a landform. It's a topography of sorts. If a person were to lay on their back and you want to think, if you were to put water into the philtrum, you want to think of that as a valley of sorts, kind of like a little crater. And the more water that can hold visually, the more Jing or fertility a person carries. So that's the easiest way to look at fertility in a person, the strength of their fertility system. So that's the key area that you want to track. But the other component you want to think about also is general complexion. The Shen should radiate light. It should give off brightness. And when we see a sallow complexion, someone who looks listless in their face and looks kind of sleepy, or we see a lot of paleness, collectively when the Shen is not bright, that's something to pay attention to, because the Shen is crucial for bringing in the spirit, bringing in life. So you want to pay attention to this, but if your spirit is deficient and the spirit of a person is low, the way to tonify the spirit is through beauty. It's said that the human body, the flesh suit that we're all in, requires calories. It requires food. The flesh suit, our bodies, need food. That's how we take in energy, but the spirit is immaterial. So how do you feed the spirit? It's through beauty. Beautiful processes, going to art shows, looking at sculptures, putting beautiful things in your home, having beautiful experiences, but looking for the beauty in life, like the smell outside right now. That can bolster the spirit. It's beautiful out right now. It's wet. Yes, my phone here is suffering a little bit, but you want to think beauty is the way that we tonify the spirit. So track the spirit, but most importantly, really look at this fertility area of the face. And if you do that, it's going to give you a key indicator and give you a lay of the land in terms of your fertility journey. So that's all I got for today. I'm going to get out of the rain, walk for a little longer. Take care.